The girl stretched her arm out, fingers just inches away from the paddle that had slipped into the water. Just as she was about to grasp it, the surface of the pond erupted. A massive catfish launched itself out of the water, its mouth wide open, and slammed into her with unexpected force. She stumbled backward, eyes wide with shock, as screams echoed around her. Horror struck everyone as they saw blood streaming down her arm. The catfish had bitten her hand, its sharp teeth puncturing an artery. The girl cried out for help, her face pale as the blood flowed. Thinking fast, a boy rushed to her side, quickly unbuckling his belt and wrapping it tightly around her arm, just above the bite, to slow the bleeding. Meanwhile, another boy leaned over the side of the boat, determined to retrieve the drifting paddle. But before his fingers could even brush against it, the water surged once more. The catfish attacked again, its powerful jaws snapping the paddle clean in half. The broken pieces floated away, leaving the group with only one paddle to steer the boat. Panic set in as they realized how hard it would be to navigate back to shore. The catfish wasn't finished. It circled beneath the surface, its dark shadow visible just below the water. Then, with terrifying speed, it charged at the boat, ramming into its side and causing the vessel to rock dangerously. The group screamed, clutching the edges of the boat to avoid being thrown overboard. Just as the creature prepared for another assault, one of the boys gripped the remaining paddle tightly and, with all his strength, drove it down into the catfish's back. The water splashed violently as the paddle made contact, but in his effort, the boy lost his balance and tumbled into the pond. His friends screamed his name, panic flooding their voices as they scrambled to grab his arms and haul him back aboard. Just before the catfish could attack him too, breathless and drenched, the boy lay sprawled in the boat, his heart pounding. But their relief was short-lived. The catfish emerged again, unscathed and more furious than ever. To their horror, they realized the last paddle had been lost in the struggle, sinking beneath the murky water. Now they were stranded in the middle of the pond, defenseless and at the mercy of the monstrous catfish.